creamy comforting mac and cheese. This is the perfect recipe for winter. Let's show you how we do it. To make the perfect mac and cheese, we need to make sure that we're cooking the right amount of macaroni for the sauce. You don't want to have too much macaroni and not have enough sauce. So to start off with, we've added 400 grams of macaroni to a pan of salted boiling water, and we're going to cook that for 10 minutes, just under what it says on the packet. Whilst that's boiling, we're going to get on with our sauce. So to a large pan, we've added 25 grams of butter, and once that's melted, we're going to season that with some pepper. To this, we're going to add some plain flour to make our roux. This is the base of any white sauce. Now, we've added some extra flour to this because this will help to thicken the sauce later on. So we've added about 60 grams of plain flour. Using a whisk, you want to mix that really well so that the flour starts to cook and it looks something like this. Once it looks like this, you're ready to add your milk. So in total, we're adding 1,750 ml of semi-skim milk. Now I know that this seems like a lot, but this is really important to make the perfect creamy sauce. So we're going to add it in 3 stages, making sure we keep whisking it in between. Now it's really important when making the cheese sauce that the milk is nice and hot. So as you add the milk, let it get to a gentle simmer before adding more milk in. You don't want it to boil, you just want it to be nice and hot before adding more milk in. Then keep on whisking it until it becomes hot again, then add the next amount. This is really important in getting that nice creamy rich sauce that you want for your mac and cheese. You also want the milk to be hot enough that when you add the cheese later on, it will melt straight away. Once you finish adding your milk, keep whisking until that milk comes to a gentle simmer. It will also have started to thicken up at this stage, and don't forget to keep an eye on your macaroni. Once that milk is nice and hot, you're ready to add the rest of your ingredients. So you want to take it off the heat and add 3 chopped green chilies. If you prefer your sauce to be milder, you can skip this stage. At this point, we're going to add the cheese. We're going to add the cheese in 2 stages. So in total, you're using about 300 grams of cheese, but if you prefer a cheesier taste, you can use up to 350 grams. So add half, then give it all a really good mix until that cheese has melted in. At this point, the sauce will start to thicken up. Once that cheese is melted in, you can add the remainder of your cheese and keep whisking until it becomes nice and thick. The heat from the milk should melt the cheese, and then the sauce should thicken up. You then want to season with some salt and 2 to 3 teaspoons of mustard to taste. Keep whisking it so all of those ingredients are nicely mixed throughout the sauce. We're also going to add a small piece of grated nutmeg. Once it's all nicely mixed and it's nice and thickened up, you're ready to add your macaroni. If you've had any problems with your sauce at this stage, or if you feel like it's not thick enough, you can thicken it by adding a little bit of extra cheese, or you can add some corn flour to the mix. It's important to fix any problems with your sauce before adding the macaroni in. Once you're happy with it, add your macaroni and then place in an oven tray and top with cheese, panko breadcrumbs and pepper. You then want to bake it at 180 degrees for about 30 to 40 minutes. Just to note, before you put it into the oven, your sauce might seem a little bit thinner than what you would expect for macaroni cheese, and that's okay because whilst it's in the oven, it will thicken up as it cooks. Once it's done, it will look something like this, and then you can serve it with your favourite greens.